Hi everyone, I'm Alexis Bonavita-Cola and I'd like to welcome you to Filming Your Art, How to Share Your Creative Passion with the World. So if you're here, you have that burning desire to share some of your fabulous art techniques with others who perhaps have been asking you, show me how you do that. Can you create a demonstration? I'd really love to learn how to do that. And you might be somebody that really wants to learn how to do that, but you don't know how to get started. And so in my Teach Art Online that's going to be opening up in a little bit of time, as several weeks, I have a module in there called How to Overcome Your Tech Tangles. And I have wanted to take that particular module and just create a whole separate class on it. This has been a long time coming. And I say this at the end of the video, but it's been so interesting because I thought I would just be able to pluck that module and make a separate e-course. But in the year that I created Teach Art Online, so much has changed that probably 95% of what I'm presenting to you is brand new content, things that I've learned along the way. And so for those of you that have a desire, that want to just teach an art technique, maybe you don't want to teach a full e-course. I hope that you do someday. We are living in times where we need to be able to project hope and be able to help people still dream. And that's why I'm here doing this course. It's part of my ability to say, you know what, this is what I know how to do well. And I know there are so many artists out there that just don't want to show a 5-second video of them painting a flower, or something on IGTV. They want to really be able to know how to do it well. Perhaps you're somebody that doesn't know how to speak on camera, so I have you covered for that. What I like to do before I start any e-course is be able to let you know exactly what you're in for. And so all I've done is really think long and hard. What would a brand new artist, not a brand new artist, but a brand new artist who wants to learn how to film his or her art need? And so beyond the welcome, where you're going to get a welcome video, I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of reflection because I bring my 23 years of education here to think about, why do you want to do this? What are your special skills? What are people asking for? So the most important thing that I want all of you to remember is, you may have, and I say this and I've said this online, but you may have a really great skill that you teach. Remember, that's wonderful, but your skill has to kind of match what your audience, your followers, your ideal viewer, your ideal learner is seeking. So you might want to teach something that's great, but you're not getting anybody asking for that. So what I want you to do is continue to hone in on what is your ideal viewer wanting from you that you do really well, that's unique to you. And so I have my little cheat sheet, which I like to always say to my students. So we're going to then go into, there's 10 modules in here. We're going to go into Teaching 101 because yes, you are now a teacher. I'm going to bring 23 years of teaching, my PhD in education, my emphasis on adult learning, not just what I know about art, but what I know about teaching. It's a great marriage that I have here. Teaching, connection, community, as well as art. So you now have that responsibility of teaching, because isn't your goal to teach? So those of you that have taken e-courses from other people or have followed people on YouTube, what is it about what they show that you really love? And as a matter of fact, it's important for you to always think of yourself as a student now when you're doing this course. What is it that they do that is missing, that you really want to do better? You want to hone this niche, your ideal learner, so you have some loyal followers who will watch anything that you do because they know they are going to be creatively transformed. So we're going to talk about teaching and the importance of planning and preparation and creating the perfect lesson plan. For some of you, you are introverts, so you don't like to speak on camera. Well, there'll be a part where you do need to speak on camera. Like now, I am speaking on camera. I've got my iPhone set up and I'm speaking on camera. I have a nice little background here. And even if it's just to introduce yourself, even if it's just to thank people for coming, this is what I know how to do, and this is what I know how to teach. So speaking confidently and connecting with your audience. What are some camera ready tips that you need, and some fun phone hacks for speaking directly into your phone lens? And this is from my course, Teach Art Online. Lighting is very important. I have natural light today, which is great, but sometimes when I don't have that, I have light all around me. And in fact, I have two lights coming in at this angle, but I have natural light coming in at this angle, so I'm pretty good. And the iPhone XS does an amazing job of adjusting the light as well. So I share with you all about lighting, my lighting setup and space for speaking directly to my ideal learner, and microphone equipment. I have it right here. Then we're going to go into video camera options and equipment. So I want you to start where you are. You don't have to go out and buy anything fancy. I'm going to give everybody 3 different options: using your mobile device, then using a little camcorder that I have with a flip out screen, and then my DSLR Canon Rebel, which is like my fancy camera, but I gotta tell you, my iPhone was more than that fancy camera. And I'm loving my iPhone. I'm using it more and more and more. So we're going to talk about video camera options, tips on how to film with your iPhone or your mobile device, how to use that for filming your art, the lighting that I use in setting it up, and I do a tutorial on how to create an art tutorial using your iPhone. Again, mobile device. I just have an iPhone, that's why I use that. And if you're someone that likes to work on an easel, I show you that. Mine is on a table easel, but you could take everything that I'm saying and use the same strategies for when you are working at a stand-up easel as well. I show you some microphone stands that you could use, some not quite as heavy duty and one that's really heavy duty. Again, these are all options. Yes, for the beginner, for an intermediate, and someone who wants to take their art, their filming to the next level. Then we go into editing, right? You all want to know about that. So I don't use iMovie, but I love this new mobile editing app on InShot, and I talked to you about InShot that's available for your iPhone or your Android. It's absolutely great. You probably don't need anything else, and I actually do 2 demonstrations on that for you because I'm all about options. Then I talked to you about Camtasia. I've used Camtasia. This is a more comprehensive editing program. I've used this for the last couple of years, and I go through the basics with you. Do talk to you how to add a little pizzazz. Again, if you want to move up, I want you to have those options in moving up. And so that is a very comprehensive model in here. How do we share on social media? I talk about that as well. YouTube and Vimeo, and then sharing to IGTV. Then the importance of presentation and sharing your beautiful art online. We talk about how important that is. And my new favorite phone apps for showcasing your art. And then how to photograph your art for social media. We're not done yet. I love Canva, and I show you how you can become your own graphics designer, and I walk you through some amazing steps on that as well. Then there's my thank you, and where do we go from here? And then if you're ready to move on to Teach Art Online, we talk about that as well, and I give you an in-depth overview. As a bonus, I share my organizational tool in Trello with all of you. I am thrilled that you're here in filming your art, how to share your creative passion with the world. It is my dream to be able to help artists really, really bring their passion to a larger audience.